Hello? Is this
Hey.
thing on?
Are we on? Yeah.
The light's on.
Right. Yes. Right.
Welcome to the first video for the FVCFFL Man's League.
That's correct.
We call it the Man's League because we're
Man's
both in the
League.
youth league.
Yes.
With Brian Bishop. So
Yes.
he's in the youth league
Yeah.
with us, so I don't know what that's about.
You know. Yeah.
But we want to just have some fun. You know, if you got some ideas or you want to join us sometime, but we just want to talk about a few things. But the first thing we're going to do is our quick question for this video is, what is a player, Aaron, that you did not draft that you wish you could have drafted at the draft?
Yeah. That's a great question. One of the people that I was specifically targeting was Adam Thielen, and I did get Adam Thielen. And so I was really
You're not
happy.
really answering the question.
No, but it was cool that I got Adam Thielen. The one that I did not get, oh yeah, good. It was actually a running back. Let me make sure that it was when I was going for. I'm losing track of my place.
Do you want to look at your team here?
No, I'm pulling up my team.
Well,
Actually, the one that I did not get was Jordan Howard. I was specific.
Oh,
I got him in the youth league. I was hoping that he would come back around to me on the way back, and he didn't make his way back to me on the way back.
He was the number 2 pick in the 3rd round after Gronk.
And that was why when it came
Ryan
back
Thomas.
around, I took Gronk, and I was like, crud. I really wanted Howard, but I knew Gronk was the better pick. But that was just how it played out.
So you would still have stuck with Gronk over Howard?
I would in that position, but I thought somebody else was going to take Gronk, so that's why I was targeting Howard on the way back.
So,
how about you?
Confession to make, I've learned from psychologists have said, when you're in a high emotional state, the rational part of your brain shuts down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens to me at the draft every
Mm-hmm.
year.
Okay.
So I picked 3 receivers.
Yep.
Because the whole first round was all running backs except for one.
Yep.
And it hurt my head a little bit. So the guy that I wish I would have picked up in the draft that I didn't was any good running back whatsoever.
Yeah, right.
Because I have LaShawn McCoy
yeah.
was my number 1 guy. And then I don't even remember who my other running back is. Do you remember who my other running back is?
I don't.
It's coming up. Lamar Miller.
Oh,
Lamar Miller is my best running back of my team. I've got
Kerryon
Johnson.
Ingram,
but Ingram's not going to be back for a year and a half.
But he'll be, and you're not guaranteed he's going to be.
I've got good receivers, but I got no good running backs. So if I would have gotten...
That's rough, yeah.
Looking back, I guess the guy who was there when I took McCoy and should have taken somebody else, Alex Collins was there, but he had a bad first week.
Yeah.
But Kenyon Drake, Jay Ajayi... Any of those guys would have done better for me. Royce Freeman, he hadn't been named the starter, but I could have taken him.
Yeah.
Rex Burkhead.
Well, to me, I might have, if I was doing your team, I wouldn't have gone T.Y. Hilton. He isn't good enough for me that I would have taken him in the 3rd round. I would have gone running back there.
But the only running backs were because I picked at the end of the 3rd.
Who was in the 3rd round?
I picked at the end of the 3rd. That's where I got T.Y. Hilton. So the only guys who were left were LaShawn McCoy, who I did take, and Alex Collins, Kenyon Drake. So
maybe. All
anyway.
Right. Yeah. Regrets.
Other drafts that you thought were cool, or other things at the draft that you thought were good or liked or whatever?
I mean, kind of patting myself on the back. I thought it was fantastic. Fantastic that I took Todd Gurley instead of Lev Bell. So you're welcome, Ryan, that I allowed you to have Lev Bell. And if you remember, I wanted Lev Bell, but I did the reverse psychology and took the one that I didn't want because I sucked so bad last year. And it actually worked out pretty well, so I'm happy with Gurley.
A team I really like is Rick's team, a.k.a. Styles.
Yeah.
He got Ezekiel Elliott. He had good first week. Devontae Adams, A.J. Green, Aaron Rodgers with his first 4 picks. So he's got 2 great receivers, great running back, great quarterback with his first picks. And I'm trying to follow along at the draft. I don't always do a very good job, but when I looked at Rick's starters, those are really solid picks.
Not bad.
We're recording during the Thursday night Baltimore-Cincinnati game, and A.J. Green already has 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, A.J. Green has 23.8 points, and the game's only in the third quarter, so good pickup. And again, we had a chance to, you and I both probably had a chance to pick up A.J. Green. I did not want him this year. He was so bad this last year for me that he was not somebody I was
felt the
considering.
exact same way, but not Rick. He knows better than both of
Yeah,
us.
that was good.
Looking at Jeremy's team, strikers, Alvin Kamara, Melvin Gordon, Travis Kelce.
That's pretty good.
He went 0 wide receiver and unfortunately drafted Doug Baldwin, who's out with a knee injury.
Yeah.
But he's got Juju Smith-Schuster and Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Chris Thompson had a big week, so he's looking good with his team. Jordy Nelson's on there. I think he's going to get better.
Look at that, though. Baldwin and Edelman. Boy, he's got the non-players on his team in wide receiver. Good deal.
Well, let's talk about Ryan's team because he's got Le'Veon Bell.
Yep, so Ryan, the left Bell owner.
And I don't know who picked up James Conner, but he was not on waivers, and Ryan didn't get him, so I'm kind of happy about that.
Who's Ryan's team?
He is Beamer, Wentz, or Bentley.
Oh, that's him?
Now, the unfortunate thing about that is that I lost to him in week 1.
Oh, really?
Even without Le'Veon Bell,
Wow.
I still lost to him, and it was not good situation.
He's got Howard and Powell. Both of them had really good week 1s, so that would make sense there.
Well, that was the horrible thing is Bilal Powell came out of nowhere as the starting running back, and he had a huge game. So
Fitzgerald and Allen both played well. Oh, Ryan, looks like you still have Delaney Walker in your lineup. You may want to switch that out. He's out for
my
the season,
team is so bad, Ryan beat me without his top pick. That's how bad it is.
That's rough.
Who else looked good in the draft to you, or what did you see in the draft?
I mean, talking pack of Badgers. I mean, I remember when Dave took James Conner near one of the last rounds. That was a good pickup, Dave. So that's very fortuitous that you've now got somebody like that on your lineup, and it looks like he's starting him this week, which is. Hey, that's great.
Here's the thing about Dave. He's the scariest owner in our league who's never won.
Yeah.
Dave is always up there, always doing good. I played him, I think, in the championship last year, and I was scared, and Todd Gurley just went crazy. But Dave has always got a good team somehow. I don't know how he does it. And 2, he started Jared Goff. I don't know. You have him in the youth league. I don't know how you could do that or why you do that, but
he didn't just start him. He drafted Jared Goff. That was his pick.
Do you know who else he drafted? Number 1, Dalvin Cook, Minnesota Vikings.
Yep, it's been a good pick so far. No, did he draft Dalvin or so he's got Julio Jones also, right?
Yep. So he picked 9 and 12, and I didn't want Julio.
Right.
But Zach Ertz is in there too. So he's got a good team in there.
And Dave, I think, is the only team that's currently rostering 2 tight ends as well, Zach Ertz and Trey Burton. So
he likes Philadelphia Eagles tight ends who are now Chicago Bears, who are
as
also
long as they
there.
started in Philadelphia, he's in. Yeah.
We have to talk about this one because he likes to talk a lot because he's got 2 championships. Medium Husky, a.k.a. Jeremiah.
Yep.
Saquon Barkley, Michael Thomas, Tyreek Hill, J.J. I mean, when you looked at it at the draft, I don't know. But week 1, we'll look at that in a little bit when we look at the games. Killed.
That was a huge, huge game. I mean, Ajayi, Barkley, Hill, and Thomas, man. Those were some of the biggest scorers of the week.
Now, when we play, we're playing with friends. Andy pulled as my friend. Drafted Leonard Fournette number 1 because he's the biggest Jacksonville fan there is. Got injured. Kareem Hunt, horrible week 1.
Yep.
Mike Evans did well. Kenyon Drake, I don't know. Josh Gordon did a little bit. I just kind of feel deflated just reading his roster. I mean, I want to say something encouraging. Leonard Fournette, come back from injury, is going to be great. Kareem Hunt is going to be great. Mike Evans is going to be great. Kenyon Drake is going to get there. Josh Gordon, just not right now.
Yeah, it was a rough start, and there's always spots where picks where that happens. I had that happen the beginning of last year. If you feel like you drafted a good team, and then the first week you're like, what happened here?
Well, here's the other thing. Just like Andy, looking on paper, it felt good for Dave Camps, David Johnson, Devonta Freeman.
Yep.
I like Stephon Diggs, Allen Robinson, Demaryius Thomas, good receivers. And again, we're kind of mixing and matching, but after week 1. But then again, he's got a good quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
You like that? Let's look at Jason Beck. Jason wasn't even at the draft. He had an idiot 17-year-old drafting. Not an idiot, but he's obnoxious sometimes.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown, amazing.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey, Joe Mixon turned out in a good week 1.
Yep.
Amari Cooper didn't do so well. Cam Newton is in there. Cooper Kupp is in there. He's got George Kittle on his team. He's got a lot of good stuff. And cool thing about Jason is he's already making moves and getting his lineups and stuff. I think you were on vacation. Jason was on vacation.
Yeah.
He's still making it happen.
He had Cobb and Peterson on the bench even, and they both had 20 points. Yeah.
I think that's another team I might lose to.
Oh, wait a minute. That was Rick. Wasn't it? That's Rick. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one.
I'm not looking anymore at all.
You were going back and forth between different matchups there.
Let's go to the games anyway, since we're there.
Okay.
You got any up there you want to start talking about? You want to talk about your team first, because I know you like talking about you.
From last week?
Yeah. No, from this week. Where you're down, you're at -1 right now, right?
Oh, yeah. For this week, it was a little rough so far.
No, talk about last week. How was your game last week?
So, last week, I think I was the highest scoring of the week. Me and Jeremiah were right there with each other. I think he had 161 or 162. I had 164 points versus Pack of Badgers at 71-62.
93-point difference.
I'm more than double.
93 points is a good starting for a whole team. There's 93 points difference between the two teams.
I can honestly say I was not expecting that, but I mean, Drew Brees, 33 points, Gurley, 23.
Just a point per point, 93-point difference. My team scored 97. He had 93 more than...
Thielen and Landry both had 15. Gronk had 20. Sanders had 25. Ravens had 17. I mean, just an explosion. And then Dave was unlucky. Chris Hogan had a really bad week. Alex Collins was so-so. Dalvin Cook was
He only got 10.
Derrick Henry killed him. It's all right, Dave. He killed Abby in the youth league, so, you're not alone there.
Dave, you only had 3 guys in double digits, and Dalvin Cook only got you 10, so there wasn't much. But, again, you got a good team. It's going to be good. Let's stop talking about you.
Yep.
Let's talk about me, because that's all I care about.
Yep.
That's why I do what I do.
So this is you and Ryan.
So going into this, I was projected to lose.
Yep. And
I felt like I was losing the entire day, and it all came true, and it was depressing.
Well, Andrew Luck is he had a good game.
But I picked him last. I was the last quarterback drafted pretty much.
But that was a bit risky, and he actually panned out. So.
Well, I was hoping for an average score because I was trying to get other guys. But knowing that LaShawn McCoy was going against Baltimore, I didn't start him.
Yeah.
I thought Jamal Williams against the Bears.
Yeah.
They got to run something. There's no Aaron Jones. He can catch the ball a little bit. He did nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all the Aaron Rodgers show.
Do you know who else did nothing? My number 1 pick, DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, he was rough too.
Now, he got me 11 points, but your number 1 pick needs to get you more points
I
than
didn't
that.
see that game. Was he catching passes, or what happened in that game?
They were playing New England. It was just kind of an ugly game. It was an early game there, I saw.
Yeah.
It was just Deshaun Watson stunk it up pretty much. He couldn't get the ball out.
Yeah.
He was under pressure a lot. Hopkins still got 11. What did he get here? He got 78 yards.
Yeah.
Even with a horrible
8 catches,
quarterback.
though? I mean, yeah, you would have expected more from that.
Odell Beckham, 17 points, which was nice.
Yep.
My tight end, 3 points.
Nobody's tight end did very well. I mean, apart from Gronk, he was really the only tight end who posted.
And you said before, and I should have taken...
and Jared Cook, too, but that was unexpected.
You said before I should have taken T.Y. Hilton. He got me 13 points. He's one of my highest scorers.
Yeah, I'm not a T.Y. Hilton fan.
My bench had no points on it either, so...
Yeah, the benches are a little rough.
I don't think I'm going to do very good.
Ryan even had Deion Lewis on the bench, so, he's got... upside.
Let's look at another game. Let's look at Rick versus Dave Camps, Styles versus Camps 1. And they both scored over 100, which they both would have beaten me. But Rick, like I said, I liked his team and they turned out pretty well. Aaron Rodgers almost 25, Ezekiel Elliott 16, AJ Green 16, Devontae Adams 17, Crabtree 11, his kicker got 11, Rams defense 17. So he had a lot of good players going there. It was good. Randall Cobb and Adrian Peterson, like you said before, were on his bench, it could have been crazy. But I mean, Dave had a good one too. I mean, Kirk Cousins almost 21 points. David Johnson didn't have a great game, but still got 16 points. Demaryius Thomas 15, Diggs 12. Vikings defense. Dave's got 2 Vikings on his team.
Exactly.
18. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, and man, that was interesting. Rick started Gio Bernard. That was bold. I wouldn't have guessed. He wouldn't have struck me as one to start there. But yeah, I mean, you look at the other options. You had Lynch against the Rams, who you're expecting not to do very well. You had Peterson. You have no idea what you're going to get from him. Well, Theo Riddick, you never know there. And
when Rick drafted Adrian Peterson, he was like, he didn't want to. He felt disgusted by himself, right? You remember that?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So,
well,
that makes sense.
Well, maybe he will make you happy this year, Rick. You never know. Next
game we're going to look at Jeremy versus Jason. Jeremy came away with a 16-point win. 117 another great, a lot of good scores. It's just some went crazy.
Kamara,
160s.
I mean, Kamara just, he was one that I thought was really not going to do that again this year versus last year. But wow. I mean, he's like going to be a 40-point person every single game, it's like. He is the main offensive weapon for the Saints.
Well, and he didn't even run the ball. He caught a bunch of passes.
That's just unbelievable.
And Jeremy even got 0 from his top receiver, who he probably drafted early because he got injured, and he still got that many points.
1 point from Kelsey.
Kelsey's going to do better. He's got guys on his bench who can play. Chris Thompson had a huge one again. I think Elman coming back. Jordy Nelson's going to get better as Oakland gets better. So Jeremy's a little frightening to me.
What do you think about Burkhead on Jason's team? A lot of things going around about him. He's got a concussion now. He was a little bit injured. It's always hard to predict who the Patriots running back is that's going to be good this year. You got Burkhead, you got Michelle, and you got who's the other one? James White, because now
Jeremy Hill was there.
Hill was injured. He's out for the year.
In the youth league, our quick question was, which guy would you never draft?
Yeah.
I don't ever want to draft a New England running back because it's all insane and you don't know what's going to happen. So
I took Michelle this year as a late round flyer. I'm hoping that he's the one that comes through, but
he wasn't even active.
He wasn't active, so he's supposed to be back this week. But it'll be interesting. I agree with you. I hate having a Patriots running back on the team. It's
Jason's first game in our league, he did a good job. Joe Mixon, 23. Antonio Brown, almost 20 points. Mixon Cooper Kupp, 15. He got -4 for the Saints defense. You have them in the youth league.
Yeah, exactly. That was rough.
And that's
I feel your pain on that one, man.
There's only 16 points difference. Amari Cooper, who's supposed to be good, got 2 points. You change any of that stuff around. It's a totally different game. This league has got a lot going on.
But hey, you look at those top 4, Newton, Mixon, McCaffrey, and Brown, that's pretty good. You got a chance to win there.
All right, we've got to do it. I don't want to. We're going to talk about Medium Husky. 161.5 points, second only to Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that kind of like a theme from a few years ago, second only to Aaron?
It was a few years ago. I don't remember how long ago it was. It's been so long because
few years,
you were really bad last year.
Yep, right. But I don't remember that. All I remember is when I beat him 3 times in the same year. That's all I remember. But.
I think Jeremiah would say he only remembers the 2 titles.
Right. Yeah.
There's nothing you can say, Jeremiah, and thank you for rubbing it in all the time.
So, I mean, just a lot of points again. Tyreek Hill, the big scorer there.
I didn't think Jay Ajayi was going to get 20 points. He had a crazy week.
Yep.
40 points Tyreek Hill, 31 Michael Thomas, 21 Saquon Barkley, 20 from Jay Ajayi. There's no way you could beat him unless it was your team.
Yeah.
And who are your big players again?
I mean, mine, Gurley had points, but Drew Brees was ton of points, 30-some points. And then my receivers, not my receiver. All 3 of my receivers were almost 20 points. And then I got a lot of points from Gurley as well. So Gronk had 20-some points. Gronk was really the difference maker for me because all the tight ends were bad, and my tight end was 20-some points.
The reason I'm saying that, Andy, is for you. You just ran into a buzzsaw, and sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
I hope you beat everybody else the rest of the year except for me.
Yeah, I do not. Me too.
Phillip Rivers, 31 points.
Yeah,
but he got nothing from his running backs. Kareem Hunt, top pick. Leonard Fournette, top pick. Both let Andy down. I mean, those are his top 2 picks, and they got him 12 points, just under 12 points.
Hunt was rough. What do you think about Hunt this year?
I didn't want him on my team because I didn't know what was going to happen. But they just went crazy with Tyreek Hill. Yeah. Kelsey got no points. Watkins got no points. Hunt got no points.
Yeah.
So I think if I was opposing defense at Kansas City, I would just put all my defenders on Tyreek Hill and blitzing Mahomes because he can't do anything else.
But do you think the Hunt thing was just a fact of they didn't really need him? I mean, Hill was going crazy.
But if you get up in points, and the game was 38-28, they were up a lot, especially in the second half. You would think you'd give the ball to your running back to chew time, and you've got a good running game where they did last year.
Yeah. That's maybe. I still think that Hunt is going to come back a little bit. I think he's.
I hope he does.
I think you're going to see him be better than that. I'm surprised that given when I watched the games last year, I was surprised at how good Kareem Hunt looked and how little they gave him the ball in the middle and the end of the year.
This is what I have to say. Leonard Fournette, Kareem Hunt had the same amount of points as Brandon Cooks. Those 2 combined versus Brandon Cooks. Andy had no chance. But still got to play. He's got Greg Zuerlein, Carlos Hyde, Jaguars defense, and like I said, 31 from Rivers.
Yep.
You know, unfortunately, you had Mike Evans on the bench, but you don't know. You know, you got Fitzgerald against New Orleans. You didn't think that was a good matchup, and he goes nuts. You know, Patrick Mahomes as well. So I think Andy's might have some different starters, and it would really change a lot.
Yeah.
But a lot of good. Yeah. There's a lot of amazing teams except for 2. Me and Dave. Everybody else over 100 points, some over 160, and Jeremiah too.
Yeah, that was a weird first week. I mean, there were a lot of points scored, a lot of high scores, and actually in the men's league here, there's a lot of good players. A lot of good players on the bench still too, or not the bench, on waivers too. So there's still a lot of good pickups that'll be interesting.
I have something important to say to you and the rest of the league. I told you Dave and I had the 2 lowest scores under 100, the only 2 teams. Who were the 2 guys who drafted with the last 2 picks? Me and Dave. I have a built-in excuse as to why my team stinks for the rest of the year because I drafted last.
Yeah.
I'm still going to win. I don't know how. I might have to break into your phone and have you accept trades that you never would. So give me your phone code, or maybe I'll just steal your fingerprint so I can put it on the iPhone thing like that. I don't know what I'm going to do. My team stinks.
I'm just hoping that...
highest score, second lowest score.
Well, and it's funny because I had the highest score and I had the first pick. See?
And
that's just how it goes.
First pick should win. So if he doesn't win the championship, he's a horrible owner. If I win a single game, I'm the best owner. I should get coach of the year.
Yeah, right.
We'll try to do better. I don't know if we will. But if you got ideas, you want to come hang out and make a video with us, If you like this stuff, I hope you do have some fun. We goof off and junk like that.
Yeah. Next week we're going to try to add a few more specific segments or sections where we talk about some specific plays or some players. We'll give out some awards, if you will.
Aaron and I planned last night to make this video tonight. So check it out. Got my hair, my glasses, my nice shirt. I got slacks on right there. I got cool shoes on right there and stuff. Aaron.
Yeah, I
He's
was less prepared. I basically walked out of the shower and PJ was in the house. And I
wasn't near the shower though. I was in the living room the whole time.
Yeah, not directly out of the shower, but yeah, right. So, but
I think we need to end this.
I think we nailed it. I mean,
we nailed something. I don't know what it was. See ya.
See you later.